ladies and gentlemen, I'm Eddie Marcus. Once again, I got some good news for you, and I hope you can see it as good news and treat it as good news. Let me ask you, have you given much thought to this statement, make America great again? What do you think that means? Make America great again. Meaning that there was a time when America was considered great. Well, let's look back at the path, not that all of it, just a little bit of it, that America has traveled. Everybody in America has always wanted to be prosperous and progressive, experience freedom. They wanted to see their dreams come true. Everybody in America has always wanted that. And they've never known how to get it. Well, you know, there have been those who came up with some kind of differences that we have failed to try for one reason or another, and they seem to be doing it. But as we observe this, we see that as they gain, they are at the same time so many losses. Now, to be more direct, to make America great again, does that mean breaking away from the mother country? Does that mean willing to go into battle to maintain that freedom, that oppression, to establish themselves, to stand alone on their own? And then let's say we kind of break those ties enough in one way or another that we can breathe a little bit, and we walk out onto the land and we see what's there. And we intermingle with those who received us with open arms. And then amongst us that there arise a greed that was so magnificent, so dominant, until it wanted to take advantage of the kindness of the relationship and undermined the social order to work in a particular favor. Wow. And that favor meant that certain resources went to one side, and the others were considered savages and were taken to battle, killed, herded onto reservation. Was that a part or a continuation of the process of becoming great? And at the same time, and before and still, finding those that could be brought down to slavery, to be treated less than human, to build the nation on their backs, while you reaped all of the rewards, while you reaped all of the benefits, one side, and the others so low they aren't even humans. Is that on the same path considered making America great? And when America began to lose her greatness, did it start when there were sit-ins at the counters, restaurants, when they demanded votes? Was that the beginning of America losing its greatness? But this is just a figure for us to be able to look at ourselves outside of ourselves. If we do that to one another, what does that say to the rest of the world about make America great again? It means that America is as she treated her women when denied the right to be an individual. When she took from those that were so openly kind to them that which gave them essence, home. When they, my friends, once again. So the question becomes, Why are you fighting with Trump? The world of America has spoken and said that those of you who are not in power right now, you are cast out because you are worse than that which is in. Now, I know you don't believe that, but that's the evidence of your position, where you are at this time. Upset with somebody else declaring that you're better. Oh, the people, they trusted everybody and decided to let the devil in. And everybody got so much devil in themselves that there was no room so they could open their eyes and see what was going on. They don't see, you don't see, nobody's there to tell you that you're being used for the benefit of that which is not serving you. Oh my goodness. And when I think about people going and talking about America great again, what does that mean to the United Nations? What does that mean to NATO? What does that mean to the rest of the human population knowing? Does that mean now everybody got to build up for war? What devil is going to become the big devil? That's what it's all about, ladies and gentlemen. What devil want to be the big devil? The big devil, the one that's on top, that hates everybody, that wants nothing but power to control and manipulate everything that you do. And you are just like any slave that you might have heard about in history. You are no more than that to them. And they, my friends, are willing to kill, to steal, to destroy, to do anything to ride that high cloud. And the truth of the matter is they cannot do anything without you. And that is the purpose, my friends, not going to church with your dresses on trying to talk about a Mother's Day. No, it's about waking you up. Waking you up. You got TV programs that come on late at night and sometimes during the day and on the internet where they just make all kinds of jokes as what is going on the public arena in government. And the audiences, they just laugh when they talk against Trump and all of the crazy things that he does, and the audience just applaud and laugh. Do you know you are playing a role, ladies and gentlemen? You are being set up. You are being made to be just what you are in this thing. One of the divisions. Not trying to fix the problem. Just knowing it and laughing at it. Because you got these comics. You got these guys that come on these TV programs. And they make fun. And you laugh. These guys are doing this show because they're making money. They're making money to pay their bills. To pay their bills. And you're sitting there listening while all of the stuff is real going on right in your midst that's working against you. And you can't even see it. You just keep on laughing and keep on laughing. But God is always faithful to send someone to warn you about what is going on. And so let this Mother's Day be a representation that you're going to really award Mother Earth. You're going to reward Mother of humanity by changing our way. Ladies and gentlemen, everything that exists has a method. It came from a method. Everything that exists. And if you want peace, if you want prosperity, if you want joy and happiness for everybody that wants it, there's a method for producing it. And it has nothing to do with the system which we grew up in, which we've been building our future hopes on. It's putting all that stuff aside. You know, when you put food in the refrigerator, leftovers, and after a day, maybe two, you take it out, you discard it because it's no good anymore. That's the way the system is. American system of today, that's the way it is in relationship to where you, the people, want to be, where you, the people, got the power to be. Oh my goodness, but everybody's misled. They cannot see this. Many of you have been convinced that you have to die and go someplace. Don't you know that is one of the biggest tricks to get somebody to believe something and to separate them from even having any direct negative impact on what's trying to be accomplished? Sitting back while they build up everything to bring them to this occasion where this big devil, just like the devil that has walked into the White House 2016, you voted this big monster into the White House. Now that's the same strategy across the earth. People are building up their muscles, going to the gym. Nations getting ready to pull a scam on the world like America just had pulled on it. Who gonna be the big muscles? And you laughing at the comedians. And I don't know what well, I know one thing. When you go to church, you are not hearing the message that God says. They built the earth, and you were the power source behind it. When all the things that were given for you, for your life, for your dreams, was transformed into that for a few, and you were the tool used to work against that which God, my friends, designed to every last one of you from the very beginning. You relinquished it. And you're laughing. The message has been coming to you over and over and over again. The solution is not in man's way of thinking. Man's way of thinking has what it presents to you. And every bit evidence proves that it's been shortcoming. But you all still want it. And you all keep trying the same things over and over. Listen to people sitting up listening to somebody come and tell you about what they will do for you if you vote for them. Telling you how much those things that are of your concern are the same things that they care about. And then you go and choose who you trust the most out of the way they presented themselves. And they go in there and do the same thing, maybe a little different. But you are always in the position that you're always in. And somebody say, hey, there's only one way. That's the master's way. That's the maker's way. The maker who put this earth and all of us here made a pattern to be followed that would create heaven wherever you are. In the midst of the ocean, in the midst of all the darkness, the power of love, the power of God, the power of truth resting in you, would put all of that darkness far, far to the places where it belongs, because the light that is in you will shine so much into the things of peace and that which you can associate with God, because you can't. Everybody, you won't be pointing your fingers at the Republicans or the Democrats. You won't be pointing your fingers at the blacks or the whites. You won't be pointing your fingers at this nation versus another. You'll all be excited about whatever it is that happened. You know it was a miracle. But you took a chance. You took a chance and said you were going to make sure that you were not going to do anything that would prevent it. And out of the blue, everything that you hoped for, you see how you played a part in its manifestation. Now, again, this means changing the system. Sometimes, ladies and gentlemen, when I'm speaking to you like this, I mean, seem to stray off. But I'm looking at this as an occasion just to talk. I wish I could be with you and talk with you and share with you in areas that perhaps you would have questions. But now I'm restrained to this particular thing right here for now. But I'm willing. God knows I'm willing. And I want to say this as if I'm there with you. Because I know your concerns are basically the same as mine. All I want is mine. And I know every last one of you say that. All I want is mine. There's a way for you to have all that is mine. And that's to make sure everybody else got theirs too. It's what, see, it's like a big old block. Let's look at a big old cake. And this cake is entitled, I Got Mine. The big old cake, ooh, it's a long, like a foot long, a cake. And it's made like, entitled, I Got Mine. And everybody who is dressed in that wear of doing what is genuinely good for themselves and everybody else. When that cake passed by, they cut a slice. Boop, I got mine. Go on down to the next one. Boop, get a slice. I got mine. And as far as that cake is required to go, everybody got a slice of I got mine. And who's fighting? Who's fighting? Except, let's be honest with ourselves. Somebody look at that and get jealous and envious because they want a bigger piece of the cake. So they look at you and they start thinking of ways to try to take advantage of you and con you, all the while getting more of your cake. And your cake getting smaller and smaller and you ain't getting nothing in return but gain. That is how it works, ladies and gentlemen. So, the alternative is for you to say you want to do the right thing. And that's the right thing that works for everybody. And nobody can point a finger at anybody. All they do is point a finger up. Because out of nothing came everything you ever hoped for. I'm going to leave it there, ladies and gentlemen. I randomed a little bit there, but I hope it worked because I'm just a vessel. Until next time, this is Eddie Marcus saying goodbye.